What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to It's Everything You Want, Nothing You Need.
Holy shit.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, but we're back in rare form. We're glad to be back, I think. Most of us are. They finally let us out of the basement. At least I was in the basement. I don't know where Thomas was.
I've been living a life.
Wow.
Last time we did this, I was in my 20s. I am now 30.
Good for you.
Also, Xbox just made a noise.
Xbox did just make a noise. You're in the middle of installing some very important things over there.
Yes, I just installed Azura's Wrath.
Bit of an oldie.
But a goodie. Now I'm downloading Volgark, the Barbarian.
You don't know what you're downloading?
I played it on the Xbox One years ago. Volgar the Barbarian.
Never heard of her.
Or the Viking. I don't know.
Volgar, I barely know her. Anyway, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the greatest show that you never listened to. I am Hunter, and this is Thomas.
Hi.
And it's been a minute. Do you know? I'm actually going to look it up.
It's been a hot minute.
I'm going to see when our last episode was.
A real hot minute.
Let's see. Let me go back here.
You gonna check to see when?
8 months. 8 months ago.
Are you sure it was 8 months ago?
Everything You Want, Nothing You Need, 2021 predictions, 8 months ago. We must have recorded in January.
Or, yeah, okay, yeah. I guess it was like.
Let me see when that one went. That one went up on December 17th.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like no, we didn't do any this year.
So,
I was 29 still.
It is late August and it's the first podcast of 2021.
But we're gonna make this regular. Hopefully.
Better late than never.
Also, I'm engaged.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah,
things have happened. COVID Part 2 happened.
Yeah, the sequel.
We didn't do much in 2020. We're like, it's okay. It's okay because COVID's going on.
Yeah.
It's okay.
2021's gonna be a good year.
We'll let COVID do its thing, and then we'll come back stronger, better than ever, come out swinging. And then COVID came back stronger and better than ever and came out swinging.
Yeah, they had a rematch.
And we're losing the match now.
Yeah, we're Apollo Creed.
Like we got shots in our arms. At least everyone here did.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the surrounding area did not.
No.
They are afraid of it.
It's that 5G, and it's the government trying to track us, and it's a placebo. They're testing. They're gonna make us zombies.
You know, we're gonna get to video games, and we're gonna get to talking about fun stuff. But real quick, I don't do politics. I don't talk political. But I did hear a very funny explanation, or Bill Burr was talking to Conan about the conspiracy theory that anti-vaxxers have and why they're so scared of it. And he was like, why would the government want to kill all the people who are willingly listening to them and doing what they want?
Yeah.
And I was like, that makes so much sense.
Why would the government...
Why would they want to kill all the people that are doing what they say?
Why would they want to kill the people that are giving them money?
Yeah.
We pay taxes. We give them money.
So
we give them their jobs.
Once I heard that, I was like, you know what? Y'all have nothing now.
Also, the government is not as competent as people tend to think it is.
Yeah, well.
Like, we have a pothole on the road. Government ain't gonna fix that.
It's been there for 13 months. But no, so 2020 was the, like, Animal Crossing year, right? Like, everyone was playing Animal Crossing. That's how we got through the pandemic. But guess what? It's 2021, almost 2022. Pandemic's not over.
Yeah.
We need new games. We need new pandemic games.
Well, I mean, I got a pandemic game.
What's that?
Cyberpunk.
That game is a pandemic.
The game is actually really... I've been playing it for over a week now. And I've been playing on the Series S, okay? So I don't know how it runs on the Xbox One or the PS4. I could run, like, utter dog shit. I don't care.
I watched you play it, and I watched several glitches happen.
Yeah, but it's not, like, unplayable. Like, I'm still playing. I'm still having fun. It's just a big, amazing city. Because I also really love that, like, cyberpunk vibe. Like, I love all, like, the neon lights.
I fully appreciate the aesthetic and the setting and love all that. But until I can casually play it and not see glitches, I don't want to play it.
I mean, you're going to see glitches in any big game like that. Skyrim's got its glitches. The Witcher still has glitches. I
understand that to a point, but, like, it's a little too regular.
Like, did you see the trailer for Pokemon Arceus? That game looked like ass. It looks fun, but it looks like ass.
All right, we're going to sidetrack onto that for a minute. Because everybody, like, I understand it is almost 2022, and a newly announced game you think would look amazing, right? Like, why wouldn't it? It's running on almost 5-year-old hardware at this point, and that hardware is a tablet.
Okay.
I think people forget what the Switch is. It's not a new console at this point. It's not meant to be on par with the PS5 or Xbox Series S or X. And at the end of the day, even when it first came out, it's just a tablet.
But
it's only going to look so good.
Counterpoint, look at Breath of the Wild. That runs really well, and look at Pokemon. I mean, the Pokemon games have not been known to be the best running games.
Breath of the Wild is amazing, but I don't know if I'd say
like Sword and Shield, they art-wise it's fine. Like it's honestly it's because the art style saves it, but like the graphics and it runs when you're out in the Outer Wilds or whatever it is, the Wildlands, it runs like shit. The game is not great, but it's fun.
I don't know if Breath of the Wild was ever necessarily considered a graphical landmark, though.
I would. And like,
I mean, it looks good. The aesthetic, the overall art style is great, but I don't think it's groundbreaking in any way.
For a Nintendo game? Oh, absolutely.
Maybe.
Mario Odyssey?
Odyssey
I would say that looks way better.
Yeah, but then you have games like Hyrule Warriors, which can't run properly and has horrible frame drop.
The second one? Because the first one runs really well.
Well, so the first one was originally a Wii U title, is now ported on the Switch, so that's why that one runs a little bit better. But the second one that was made for Switch, it does not run extremely well.
Bayonetta 2 runs really well. And
Bayonetta 2.
It runs at that 60 FPS.
Yeah, so, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to the Xbox and the PlayStation. You don't have to optimize the games that tightly, and they can still get away with it. Whereas on the Switch, you have to know what you're doing to get that thing to run smoothly.
And Game Freak does not know what they're doing.
Apparently not.
No. Like, they're great at making, like, the old Pokemon games. You know, they were great on the Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance, the DS, even the 3DS, kind of. Like, when you look at how they made Pokemon Sun and Moon, like, instead of animating it, apparently it's just different models, which, I mean, in a way is animating, but it's like 2D style animation, but with 3D models, so it's taking up all this space.
A new Switch was announced since since our last
that's
show.
Not a new Switch.
It's
the
a new
Switch
Switch
OLED?
Yeah.
It's only good if you're in handheld. Which, I mean, okay, I would play it in handheld.
I met with our good buddy, friend of the show, Joey, at MetroCon a few weeks back.
Oh, how's he doing?
He's doing great. And shout out to Joey. We love you, Joey. Patron of the year at this point, honestly. But
is he still subscribed? Do we still have a Patreon?
We do still have a Patreon. You can go to patreon.com
Oh my God.
/VGX7 right now and give us your money. We don't have an OnlyFans because that one's got a foot in the grave now because they don't like making money apparently.
But we're not going to post porn on our OnlyFans, so it's okay.
It was in the works.
With who?
We had our best people. Putting their best foot forward, so to speak, to get on OnlyFans.
So you had top men?
Top men and bottom men.
Oh.
Both on OnlyFans.
Okay, then. All right.
But not anymore. Anyway, patreon.com/VGX7. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. I saw Joey at MetroCon, and I was telling him, I was like, hey, I'm a shill. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I bought the Switch OLED. And he's like, you are a shill. Because the Switch OLED only benefits you in handheld mode.
Yeah.
The only benefit to if you're playing it docked is you now have the built-in LAN adapter for Ethernet, which is a standard on any other console at this point. It's nothing new. It's nothing groundbreaking.
But it's not going to help optimize games. It's not going to give like FPS boosts.
Right. It has the same internals exactly. So it's not going to run any better. It's not going to look any better. I mean, it'll look a little better from the physical screen.
Yeah, but
the games graphically are not going to look any better.
Yeah.
No.
We're not going to see a new Nintendo console for another, at this point, maybe 3-4 years.
Well, and you know what's crazy is I actually just saw this article just last week. In the UK, you know what the number one selling game was a week or two ago?
Animal Crossing?
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
You know what?
That game came out in 2017.
The original version? The original Mario Kart 8.
The original Mario Kart 8 was 2013 Wii U.
Okay, so Mario Kart 8 is an old-ass game.
It's an old-ass game, and it is still reaching the number one spot on charts.
I got a hot take for you.
We are never going to see a Mario Kart 9.
I got a hot take for you.
Go.
I don't like Mario Kart 8.
What?
I've played.
How is this the first time hearing of this?
I've played it multiple times. I'm like, because I love Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart 64. I love Double Dash.
As you should.
I loved the DS Mario Kart.
A great one.
7 was pretty good.
Yes, solid.
But I played 8. I played it on the Wii U. I'm just like, eh. And then I played it again on the Switch. And I'm just like, eh. And then like
What don't you like about it?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what I don't like about it. I'm just like, I should like this. It looks good. The music's great.
That's you with Persona 5 too.
No, I just don't like Persona 5.
No, I thought you said the same thing. We were like, this looks great. The music was great, and you're like, I just don't like it.
Well, my big thing with Persona 5 is it's not on the Switch. Like a big hefty JRPG like that, I want to play it handheld. I want to play it in bed. I want to play it on the shitter.
Did you get Scramble?
No, because I never played 5.
Or Strikers, whatever it's called
Yeah,
on the English version.
No, because I never beat 5. I didn't want to just like jump right into the sequel.
But yeah, I mean, since our last podcast, you've got a Series S.
Yeah,
I've got a
very
Series
much.
X, and Game Pass. You know, I've always been a huge advocate for physical media, and I'm like, nah, I don't want the digital future. I want to look at the games on my shelf. I want to own the disc.
But my dude,
Game Pass,
my guy.
Game Pass is a game changer.
What's PS5 have? PS5 ain't got Game Pass.
They got PS Now, and it's not
That
as good.
shit sucks. You know what? Also, PS5 they can't do an external hard drive. You gotta take apart your PlayStation.
Speaking as someone who owns,
Guess what you gotta do for Xbox? Put the square in the square.
that's too much for some people. But speaking as someone that owns a PlayStation 5, a Nintendo Switch, and an Xbox, there was no reason to claw and clamor and stress over not having a PlayStation 5 right now.
I'm gonna do that only because it's also a 4K Blu-ray player.
Okay, and I can I understand the worry of like, if I don't get it now, when's my opportunity? If I can't get it now, when's my next chance? And I get that part, but as someone who owns it since day one, I beat Ratchet and Clank, which came out, I don't know,
A month or two ago.
it was more than that. It was like May, I think. I forget what the date was. May or June. I forget. I actually don't remember.
No, because Xbox I got in May. I think it was either June.
I don't remember.
June,
but
July.
Either way, it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't touched the PS5 since since I finished that.
Have you played Demon's Souls?
No,
Which is just a remake of a PS4
and that's
game.
strictly a personal thing for me. Just I don't like those types of games.
Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is also on PS4.
I finished that. I beat that one. Got platinum on that. Returnal. That's the only other exclusive title.
But that's like that's a roguelike, isn't it? It's a dungeon
it's a
crawling.
roguelike,
Okay,
which again, not too crazy about that. There was another exclusive title called Godfall, which is
that's on PS4.
It's no longer an exclusive title. So as far as exclusives are concerned, there's no reason to rush.
You can play the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV now with an extended free trial up to level 60, including the first expansion, Heavensward.
Yes, and that is only if you make a brand new account. I reached out to support about that. I was like, hey, I'm an old player. My account's really old. I was like, I'm only at like level 30.
So then pay your sub.
Yeah, I'm like, can I have a thing so I'm good till level 60? They're like, nah, you got to make a new account.
No, pay your sub then. You already played. They already got you.
Yeah, but I'm not level 60.
Okay, so you want to get to level 60 right away? You can get straight to level 80. It's called buy a jump potion.
Is that a real thing?
You can literally skip the story now if you want to get to endgame. Like honestly, I wouldn't recommend it because Final Fantasy XIV has incredible story. So the only real reason to do it is like jump to get to like the current expansion. But I still wouldn't recommend it just because you get to the current expansion, you're gonna see all these characters and
you're
events
gonna have
happen.
context.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, who the fuck is this guy?
Also, like the point of an MMO is to grind and build.
Because World of Warcraft is dying.
Speaking of grinding, I know I'm like hella late to this party, but Dragon Quest XI is my new obsession, which you need to play as well. It's on Game Pass.
Yeah, but I've also got Yakuza Like a Dragon, which is Dragon Quest.
I mean, you're a big JRPG guy. Have you played any of the Dragon Quest games?
Oh, my guy. Have I played any of the Dragon Quest games? Yes.
Then what's stopping you from playing 11? Because
I
I feel like I've pitched it to you a couple times. You're always like, eh.
Well, no, because I want to play it on the Switch. Because once again, something like that, I want to play it handheld.
It is on Switch. You just got to get it.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing.
Just
I got to
gotta
get the
pay for
Switch
it.
version, yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm playing Nocturne HD on Switch.
Okay.
I could play the PS4 version, which runs better, but I'd rather play it on Switch.
That's fair.
Because
Yeah,
I played Dragon Quest VIII. I played that. Honestly, that was my very first Dragon Quest game, only because it had the demo for Final Fantasy 12 back in the day. And I'm like,
the PS2
holy
version.
shit, holy shit, this game is amazing. And I played it, and then I started playing 7, which was Dragon Warrior 7.
Yeah.
And then I played
That's the PS1? Yeah.
And then I played the DS Dragon Quest games, 9,
So
the remake of 4.
You played the side ones? What are there's a
Well,
couple
there's like
side
there's
series.
a lot of side games. Like honestly, Dragon Quest is a Dragon Quest side game is actually the very first like dungeon like Pokemon mystery dungeon.
Oh, okay.
It was Tornico, I think it's the merchant character from Dragon Quest 4. He had his own spin-off where it's a mystery dungeon.
Okay, I
And
think I've seen that.
That was the very first of that genre of like the mystery dungeon games, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Chocobo Mystery Dungeon.
What got me to finally pick up 11, and 11's my first Dragon Quest game. I've never touched Dragon Quest before. Oh, well, that's not 100% true. I've played. There was a mobile game, gotcha game, Dragon Quest of the Stars, I think is what it was called.
Is that down now? Because there's TAC.
It was worldwide. It has now been reduced to Japan only.
Oh, that sucks.
It was a worldwide game, but I stopped playing it before that. But currently in Japan, there's actually a Dragon Quest sort of pop-up theme park.
Well, they also have 10, which is an MMO.
Yeah, it's an MMO, only in Japan as well. But currently, it's there's like a pop-up park in Japan. I saw a video on it where it's like an experience. So you go through and you have like bands, and you like can walk up to enemies and treasure chests and things and interact, and it's a cool little thing. But I saw that and I was like, all right. And then once I saw it was on Game Pass, I was like, okay, I'll try it. And now I'm hooked. I'm 40 hours in, and
Are you playing in like 3D mode, or do you switch?
I'm doing
like
3D mode.
Have you switched to 2D mode to see how it?
There's actually an area in the game where you're forced into 2D mode.
Oh.
It's a little side quest area.
Okay.
But you can only play in 2D mode. And it's cool because it actually will take you through the previous titles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't go anything beyond that, but so it's a really cool game. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I mean, the only thing I've heard bad about is the music is not that good compared to like the rest of the series.
So the original release of the game didn't.
It didn't have orchestral.
Yeah, it did in Japan. It didn't in the U.S. version.
Oh.
It only had MIDI files.
Like the Switch version was the one that had orchestral, so like you wanted orchestral, but even still, like the music itself is not that good. And it's come out that like the composer is like really like a strong racist, and he's just not a good guy.
The problem, he's like a 90 something. It's the original.
He's an old dude. Yeah.
Yeah. The music is good. The tracks themselves are good. There's just not many of them. There's like 6 tracks in that game.
Oh,
so you better enjoy the town theme because every town has that theme. You better enjoy the battle theme because that's every battle. The open field theme is the same in every field. So that's the issue with the music is it's just there's not a whole lot going on with it.
See, you got to try 8 because it's also on the 3DS.
Yes.
If you still have your 3DS.
I looked into it. It is now one of those dumb $90 3DS games.
Get it digitally.
Oh, I don't. Is the shop still up?
Yeah, it should still be up for another couple months. I'm pretty sure.
Because I remember seeing a thing where the shop was getting shut down.
I mean, that's why you go like as soon as possible. Get it on the eShop.
Okay, well, I'll look into that.
Because I had that like day one. The PS2 version is way better. So if you're able to get it on PS2, get it on PS2. Because the US version on PS2, orchestral music. The 3DS version, not orchestral music.
Oh, okay.
But the music is still really that good that it doesn't need to be orchestral. But you listen to some of the songs from 8, like after this podcast, I'm going to put up some music from Dragon Quest 8 for you, and you'd be like, oh.
There's actually a song in 11 for one specific town that is actually the theme from 8.
Okay.
But moving on from that.
5 as well. If you get 5 on the DS. It's kind of expensive now.
Yeah.
Like all the DS ones are, but 5, I would say, like honestly, like everyone, 5 is the best one. Like 3, 5, 8. Which? Okay, hang on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Has like a cool little rhythm going on. Is everything all right?
Double check your cable.
Yeah, mine's in.
It is now.
Oh.
Okay.
Was it not in that well?
I don't know.
Oh, fun.
We'll find out in post. There's always an issue. It wouldn't be a VGX7 production if everything went smoothly.
Oh, true. Well, if I sound a little softer at before, that's okay.
Yeah. So
I'm not that loud of a speaker.
you're not a public speaker? Who knew? So a couple things have happened, I guess, since our last show. E3 has come and gone. It didn't need to happen this year.
E3 sucked.
I'm talking as a guy who I want to see E3 thrive. I want to see it come back bigger and better than ever. It's not going to if it keeps going down this path.
Hey, guess what? Did you know Gearbox is making a movie? Did you know they were making a Borderlands movie? They can't show anything about it, but did you know they're making a movie?
Do you know that Homefront 3's coming out?
Homefront 3, yeah.
Homefront 3's coming out. They reminded you like 3
Also,
times.
we're on the set of the Borderlands movie, but we can't show you anything. Look, there's Kevin Hart. We can't show Kevin Hart, though, right now. There's Claptrap. We can't show Claptrap.
No, Kevin Hart came out and talked for like a minute.
Yeah, but we didn't see him in his costume.
Oh, yeah,
because
no.
he had like a robe on or something.
Yeah, the Gearbox show was
It was pointless.
unneeded. The Capcom one was also pointless.
Yeah.
Square Enix,
Sucked.
forgettable.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Chaos. But
At least they showed something.
Xbox was the best one, and that was just like, yeah, all right.
Xbox and Nintendo had the best ones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Nintendo.
And unfortunately, it wasn't much of a contest. But yeah, they Nintendo's got a few of their games from E3 are just around the corner at this point. Mario Party, Metroid Dread, the Mario Party, what's it called? Mario Party Superstar?
Like the
I don't
Mario Party
remember.
collection
It's like the
thing?
collection, yeah.
Yeah.
That's coming out in about 2 months.
Because it's what all like the best maps from all the past Mario
From like
Party
the N64
games.
ones, yeah. WarioWare, there's a demo for that out now.
Shit.
Yeah, there's a demo for
I gotta
that.
try that out. Okay.
That comes out, I think, September, October. There may be one or two others. They had an Indie World like last week,
yeah.
and it was funny because they shadow dropped a bunch of stuff. Like every other game was like, this game is available right now, and you could just go. There were a lot of those last week.
No More Heroes 3 comes out.
Yes,
soon.
I
Or is
watched.
it out now?
It's not out yet.
Uh-huh.
I watched a clip of it the other day on YouTube. It was the first 15 minutes. I'm like, yep, that's No More Heroes.
I saw someone say this looks like a PS2 game. Like, good.
It's the most beautiful looking PS2 game I've ever seen.
Good.
Yeah, I didn't want them to do some drastic graphical change because the series kind of is known for its aesthetic.
Oh yeah.
But what else has been going on in the world of gaming? Anything?
Gamescom's coming up this week.
Got any wild predictions for that? I think
They announced that there's gonna be a Saints Row remake or reboot. They're rebooting Saints Row.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Because like Jeff Keighley, Mr. Dorito King himself, is like
The one and only.
Saints Row reboot, or it's like Gamescom, but it showed like the Saints Row symbol and it's spray paint like reboot, and then Wario64 tweeted it's like Saints Row reboot at Gamescom.
The only thing I really heard about Gamescom was yesterday. I saw that there's a. Have you seen the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game that's coming out?
No.
It looks just like the Super Nintendo games.
Oh yes. Okay, yeah, I remember that was shown off at Nintendo.
That will have a new trailer at Gamescom.
Okay,
So
I forgot about that
Shredder's
game.
Revenge. That's what it's
Yeah.
called. Yeah. I'm very excited for that. That looks straight out of 1994.
I'm expecting a Nintendo Direct to pop up around Gamescom, like maybe Monday or Tuesday. We're gonna get the thing being like, "Hey, we're having a Direct on Thursday."
I think it's too close from E3.
Because I feel like we still need another Zelda thing for the Zelda anniversary, like an actual collection. We need that. I need that collection.
What I suspect is
I want to play Wind Waker on my Switch, man.
I think the issue is maybe originally they wanted Breath of the Wild 2 to release
This year.
and
That's not
they
happening.
wanted to kind of surround all the Zelda celebration with the release of that game. And I think because that got pushed back, well, I don't know it got pushed back. We don't really know, but I'm assuming it got pushed back. I'm willing to bet that there's going to be other things down the road past its anniversary. Like maybe whatever year it comes out, I think it's next year. They did say 2022.
I think so next year.
I think next year
Will be
probably
the
going
big
to
Zelda
get
collect
some big
anniversary.
Zelda stuff.
I just want to see Wind Waker, Twilight Princess. Well, not Skyward Sword anymore because that's. But like, okay, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. You just take the 3DS version and just put them together, put them on Switch, like up-res it a little bit, have it run at 60 FPS. Wind Waker HD. You don't need to do anything. That's already there.
Yeah.
Twilight Princess HD. You don't need to do
I
anything. That's
forget
already
that
right there.
Wind Waker and Twilight Princess have not been ported over to
No.
Switch, and I'm like, That's a no-brainer.
Those are the only things. If you have a Wii U, those are the only things keeping you on the Wii U right now.
Yeah, that and Nintendo Land.
We're honestly, if there's gonna be a direct, I feel like we're gonna get a teaser trailer for Xenoblade 3 because I didn't realize this. Do you know who the voice actress of Melia is?
No, who?
Jenna Coleman. I didn't realize that, and then I'm like, oh, I hear it now. Okay, no, because apparently because I guess she's gonna be in Xenoblade 3. She's like, oh yeah, they're working on a third one.
I think I did see something about that.
And it's like, oh, and then Monolith is like, yeah, no, actually, production's going really well on this, so soon maybe. What
was funny was,
and I love Xenoblade.
I've never touched them.
Oh,
I know it's a crime. Going back to Zelda for a minute. I saw a video that did a chart. It was a visual chart of chronological time passing, and it showed the sales of all the Zelda games.
Right.
It is incredible how much, I didn't realize just how much Breath of the Wild eclipses the entirety of the rest of the franchise. There is not another game sales-wise that comes close to Breath of the Wild.
But see, I don't want that to affect the future of the series.
Like, I don't want,
but I don't want every Zelda game just to be strictly Breath of the Wild. Like, I want an evolution, like continue to add, like bring back the dungeons, keep Breath of the Wild, keep the open world and all that shit, but like bring back the dungeons and the needing your items.
Well, that's the thing.
Which I feel like they might be doing that for Breath of the Wild, too.
I think they had some leftover ideas and assets that they didn't get to in the original. So, like, okay, plus the sales numbers, they went, okay, we're definitely making a second one. But at the same time, Nintendo's whole design philosophy is always, if we can't do something new, we're not going to do it. And that's why we don't have a new F-Zero, is because Miyamoto was just like, I don't know what else to do with it. It's just,
you get Platinum to work on F-Zero, where you get out of the vehicle and you go on like a cool kick-ass character action game as Captain Falcon.
Yeah, I'd love some sort of a 3D action platform type game with Captain Falcon. Don't think that'll ever happen, but
Nintendo, if you're listening, that's $1 million idea.
$1 million idea right there. But
for free.
That's their whole issue. Is
it's their IP? It's free.
If something doesn't, if they can't come up with a way to make it new and fresh, they're not going to do it.
Also, I thought Metroid Dread was something new. I honestly forgot Metroid Dread was originally announced for the DS.
It was like back in 2006. It was like Project Dread, and then it just never got off the ground. It
disappeared, and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's what made that extra special.
I know. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I think I did too. Most people did.
Also, you know what I'm hoping for at Gamescom? We get a Final Fantasy announcement about the Pixel games coming to console. Like they should.
That is the dumbest decision. I was like genuinely excited seeing that trailer. I was like, oh wow, this is going to be a fantastic way for newcomers and people who never got to play these original games.
Only on smartphone and Steam.
To experience these games. And it's like, only on Steam and your cell phone. And I was like, what?
But the thing is, I think they're almost done, or they just finally released the 6.1. So it's like, all right, all the games are out now. Now we can bundle, because they're each like $6 or something. They're not expensive. So like $10 each. Bundle them all together. Boom, $60. $60 retail game.
Are those
PS4.
Are those
Switch.
the ones with the crappy font?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Which is just regular, basic ass font.
I do think, I think they've released the phone and Steam version as like a test version.
Right.
And then they're going to kind of tweak those versions, and then they'll put them on console.
I would hope.
It makes no sense for those games to not be on Switch.
But also, consoles don't really sell big in Japan.
That's true.
Like,
the numbers are bigger in
phone,
the West. Yeah.
And I guess computer as well.
Yeah, they mobile game. I mean, that's kind of where the Switch concept came from for Nintendo. Was like Japan, they love to game on the go. They don't like to sit around. So they kind of went back to their roots with things like Game Boy and DS and even Game & Watch. It was always about portability and gaming on the go. So,
like the big Zelda anniversary announcements was, it's Skyward Sword HD, and then the Game & Watch Zelda 1 and 2. And
I pre-ordered that.
I'm like, but what about like, Oracle of Ages and or is that actually, are those on the Game & Watch? Ages and Seasons? Did they put that on there? For like the anniversary thing?
Those are on the 3DS eShop.
Yeah, those are on the eShop, yeah.
Oh, no. They're not on the Game & Watch.
Okay, so it's literally just 1 and 2.
It's one. There's a third game too.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. There's some.
Oh, Link's Awakening.
Oh, yeah, Link's
The
Awakening.
original Link's Awakening.
Like, give me Minish Cap. Remember Minish Cap?
I would love. That's my favorite. One of my favorites.
And that was a Capcom game.
Yeah, it was Capcom published. Yeah.
I thought they worked on it.
I'll have to look into it. I don't remember, but
because it's published by Nintendo, made by Capcom.
It's a really good game. Either way, whoever made it, good job. Do another one.
Because they also did the Four Swords Adventure.
Yes. That sort of Zelda Game Boy Advance era. They did a lot of those. I forgot what I was going to say.
I got another hot take. Triforce Heroes was actually really fun.
I did not play that.
I played it. I
didn't touch it.
I got it, and I'm like, this is fun. Playing with random people, actually, because you got like stickers to communicate. It's like, yeah.
I think what would be a really cool idea, and I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's a bit of a pipe dream, but I would love to see, after Breath of the Wild 2, a ground-up remake in full 3D of the original Legend of Zelda.
I mean, isn't that kind of Breath of the Wild in a way?
Not
in like a sense.
In a sense, it is, but I think they could do a little closer to home with it. I think because then you would have your traditional dungeons,
or they could do Zelda 2.
Yeah, Miyamoto says that's like his greatest blunder.
Yeah, there you go. They can rectify.
He hates that. That's.
You know what? Also, maybe at Gamescom we're gonna see what Abandoned really is. Is that a Metal Gear game? Is that a Silent Hill game? Is that just a shitty game that's just nothing?
Remember Kojima?
Yeah, he's making Death Stranding director's cut on the PS5.
Good for him.
Also, he might be working on a Silent Hill game. I don't know.
Nobody knows. And Kojima doesn't know. He's like, I don't know.
Like, 'cause Sony might have bought Silent Hill from Konami or something and be like, yo, we making a Silent Hill game.
Halo Infinite is not launching with co-op campaign, and I'm mad about it.
I mean, they're trying.
I'm mad about it.
Would you rather it be delayed again?
Yes.
Because they're trying to hit that like launch window of this year because it's already been delayed before.
Wrap up the whole package and give me the total. I don't want half now, half later.
I mean, you're gonna have campaign and you're gonna have multiplayer, and it's gonna be fun. You're gonna play and you're gonna like it.
That's what 343's telling me, and I'm like, no, screw you.
And
I
they're
want to
like,
play
hey,
with friends.
We learned our mistakes from Halo 5. Let's look back at Halo 5. We learned our mistakes from the Master Chief Collection. Look back at that. We learned our mistakes from Halo 4.
Is it no campaign co-op online only, or is it also no campaign co-op period, like local?
It just says no campaign co-op. So I don't know.
Because that would be a cool Halo night, is you get the boys over and you do...
Yeah, but we already have had to play the campaign.
Couch co-op campaign.
So I'm not going to play the campaign first time in couch co-op.
Yeah, why not?
What the fuck going on? I can't see anything.
You're just going to have to get a bigger TV.
That's a 55-inch 4K TV.
65 it is.
Babe, can we get a 65-inch TV?
The producer says no.
Babe, I love you.
Those tricks are weak. Your moves are weak. Dab.
Yeah.
Thomas just dabbed violently.
Yeah.
It is 2017 all over.
Because you got to do that when you say that. Your moves are weak, fam.
Or whatever year that was.
Yeah, your moves are weak.
What was the year of the dab?
I don't know. You're adopted. We're getting a divorce.
I hate that video.
I love that.
I love that video, and then everybody around me was like, I'm going to reshare this video every time I see it, and now I hate it.
You mean Kyle? Literally every time, yeah.
And Miles. Miles shares it with me, too.
Oh,
he shared it with me recently, and I angry reacted it, and he was like, angry react?
Why?
I was like, yeah, because I see it all the time, and now he just, like, sends it to me constantly. Anyway.
Like, if I see it, I'm also going to share it. I'm like,
thanks.
Yes.
Thanks for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Dr. Phil's on TikTok. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok. I mean, I don't post TikToks, but I'm on TikTok.
VGX7 TV's on TikTok. We don't really... I mean, I made a couple, but...
Dan's on TikTok.
Dan.
He makes some weird-ass TikToks.
We got to get Dan back on the podcast so he can...
I think I see him right now. Oh, hey, friendo.
Wow. I knew Dan loved Kermit. I didn't realize Dan was Kermit.
Oh, hey, guys. I like milk.
That is Dan indeed.
I can shoot the ceiling.
Moving on.
That's supposed to be my Dan voice.
That was a terrible Dan. That was a terrible Dan.
Okay.
You should be ashamed.
Let me try Miles. Nah.
I mean, kind of. Can't be too mad at it, I guess. But
Anyways, so what's new with you though? Like we already talked about what's new with me. Like I'm 30 now. I'm engaged.
don't be 30 and engaged because
I got a promotion.
If you're 30, that means I'm getting close to 30.
You want to know a secret? It doesn't feel any different.
You didn't wake up the next morning and go, "Oh, my back."
No, that was like a couple days ago.
Oh, so it was just a delay.
Yeah.
But it eventually happened.
Yeah, but now my back's fine right now. So, I mean, you know, at some people, they wake up at 23 and go, "Oh, my back."
That's true. That's
true. See, she's raising her hand right back there.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. I fear. I'm just like, once I hit 30, if I'm not.
Well, you fear that your hair is just gonna fall out. You're gonna have a beer gut.
I'm just gonna look over and there's everyone gathered for my funeral.
No, you'll just be in someone's truck.
What?
Or someone's car. Trunk. Yeah. Sorry, I said truck.
Yeah, you just said someone's truck. I was like, where are we going?
I meant trunk.
I hope it's Super Nintendo World.
I meant trunk.
That's only open in Japan.
You're going to be in somebody's trunk.
Which I can't fly to right now. Thank you, COVID.
Part 2. Electric Boogaloo.
And then once we get through part 2, which we're not actually going to get through, it's just going to come and sit for a while. Then part 3 is going to show up.
Yeah, but part 3, honestly, it's going to suck. Like, no one's going to care anymore.
No one ever, the sequels are never as good as the original.
Yeah, like...
Unless you're Halo.
Or Godfather.
Then you're better.
Or Star Wars.
Halo 3, way better than the first Halo.
Empire Strikes Back, better than Star Wars. Godfather Part 2, better than Godfather Part 1.
Yeah.
Rocky 2... Rocky 2 and Rocky 1, I'd say, are equal.
What about the second Indiana Jones?
No, that's a dip in quality.
Yeah.
And then it goes right back up for 3.
What about Back to the Future Part 2?
Back to the Future 2 is really good.
Yeah.
I'd say Back to the Future 3 is a tiny dip in quality, though. It's still really good. I love Back to the Future 3.
They really copied and pasted that script 3 times. They didn't have to do that. But they
But
did.
it worked.
I guess.
Terminator 2, way better than Terminator 1.
That's true.
Terminator 2 was one of the best action movies
I think we need
ever.
to amend that whole sequel's never as good as the original quote, because it's not always true.
Bro, what the fuck was that?
If you heard the loud noise just now in the background, that was the upstairs neighbors.
Sound like something fell and then
I
rolled.
think they dropped a piano up there. Anyway, any other gaming news going on? Anything exciting?
No, Gamescom. I'm playing Cyberpunk. I'm really
You're on
loving it.
Cyberpunk. I'm on Dragon Quest. Gamescom's around the corner. We love Halo and Xbox Game Pass.
Later tonight, we might take a look at some old games.
Old games.
Yeah.
I filmed New Ultimate Gaming last week.
Oh, did you?
Straight from my bedroom, because the VGX7 studio is no longer.
Yeah, it's
So-
gone. It's dead.
So, and if you've already seen the 64 disc drive video, that is my new set.
We watched it.
So, that is where all future videos are going to be for the time being. It sucks, but hey, that's life.
We have a random viewer, Lisa's brother, when we watched it.
Mm-hmm.
He said you're not as funny as Scott the Woz.
I mean, I can't argue with that. I'm not as funny as Scott.
And we're just like, well, the thing is, we actually know this guy. We don't know Scott the Woz. I'm sure he's a great guy.
Scott the Woz seems like a great guy. I love Scott.
Lisa doesn't like Scott.
Everybody likes Scott the Woz.
Hey, all, Scott here.
We just got demonetized. We just got copyright claimed. But yeah, no, I did film a new Ultimate Gaming, and I've already got one of the reviews done for it. So hopefully,
Can you give us a sneak peek as to what it's about?
It's going to be Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart,
Okay.
Mario Golf Super Rush,
Okay.
and Skyward Sword HD.
Oh, I forgot that came out. Mario Golf, yeah.
Yeah.
And they made all the Mario girls thick.
Yes, they did. They did do an excellent job.
They didn't have to do that.
They put all the work into the character design. They forgot the gameplay. That's something too that Nintendo now has this terrible habit with their new games, and this really started back with like Tennis Ultra Smash on the Wii U, where there's just like nothing to it. It has the bare bones tennis match.
Boy, it looks good.
And it has like a Mega Mushroom, and that was it.
Like they gave Daisy a booty.
This Mario Golf game is like the same thing. There's hardly anything to it. You look at like Toadstool Tour on the GameCube, way more content. You look at the 3DS World Tour one, tons of different modes, tons of different content. There were like online tournaments and all these cool different modes you could do. The new one, Super Rush.
What did it?
Not a lot
I
going
heard
on.
good things about Aces or whatever. Mario Tennis Aces.
Aces was better. It was better than Ultra Smash, but that's not saying anything because
okay.
the one on Wii U, like it got like a 3 out of 10 for most people because it literally was nothing.
Well, a lot of Wii U games got like 3 out of 10.
Well,
Wii U in general is a 3 out of 10.
Hey, whoa!
Okay.
The Wii U is a 10 out of 10.
4.5.
It's a 10 out of 10.
A lot of people thought it was an attachment for the Wii because it's called the Wii
It's
U.
just misunderstood.
Yeah, it is.
But it's a great console. He went out there and tried his best.
Who?
All 13 million Wii U owners.
Who tried their best?
For reference, in 5 years, the Wii U sold 13 million. In 1 year, the PlayStation 5, which no one's been able to get their hands on, has sold 10 million.
Yeah, that's like mostly sold by scalpers.
I guess. I don't know.
How many Switches have been sold in the first year? Has that number ever been
I don't know
released?
about the first year, but as of right now, it's at 90 million.
Oh, all right, there you go.
And it is set to overtake. It's like the 4th selling best console of all time.
All right, so when Nintendo looks back at its history, it's going to be the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the N64, the GameCube, the Wii, the Switch.
Here, let me look up the best selling video game consoles.
Super Nintendo,
Nah, you wish.
PS2.
PS2 is easily number 1. So PS2, released in 2000, has sold 155 million units.
That was the game changer.
In number 2, this is kind of cheating, but the Nintendo DS family. So
But not the 3DS.
Not
but
the 3DS.
Okay, so
but
you got
every iteration of the DS.
So you got the DS, the DS
DS
Lite, the DSi, the DSi XL,
Yeah, so if you combine every DS
the
form
2DS.
of the DS.
Oh, no, 2DS is part of 3DS. So yeah.
154 million. So just shy of being the PS2 on that. Number 3, you have the Game Boy and Game Boy Color, which sold 118 million.
Thanks to Pokemon.
And number 4, you have the PlayStation 4.
Okay.
Sold 116 million. Number 5, the PlayStation, sold 102 million. Number 6, you have the Wii, which sold 101 million. And now at number 7, the Nintendo Switch has sold 90 million.
Yeah, so the Wii U does not exist anymore. Wii U is like...
Oh, no, the Wii U is at like the bottom of the list.
No, I'd say Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy is actually the bottom. I don't even think it sold.
I had a Virtual Boy.
You had a Virtual Boy?
Yes, if I knew how important that was going to be, I would have kept it. But I'm just like, this is trash because I'm like 7 years old or something. I got it from Toys R Us. I got it from my sperm donor.
Those things are
Same time I got an N64.
like $600 now. They are not cheap now.
Yeah.
And they'll give you a headache in 30 minutes, guaranteed.
Oh, the less. I remember Jurassic Park.
I've never played one.
I'm pretty sure there was a Jurassic Park game, and I had it. Because I also had Jurassic Park on the Super Nintendo. I could never get far in that game because that game was confusing as fuck.
You have Mario Tennis?
On what?
Virtual Boy.
No, probably not. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, I would have loved to have had a Virtual Boy. I'd love to have one now just as a collection piece, but they're so expensive.
The Power Glove?
I
love
did
the Power
get,
Glove.
since our last podcast, a 64 disc drive.
Yeah.
I spent way too much money on that. But I now have almost the full collection of that entire thing.
Nice.
For reference, the Wii U sold 13.2 million. The Nintendo 64 disc drive sold 15,000.
Did it sell more than the Virtual Boy, though?
No. I think
Oh.
the Virtual Boy was like...
But also the disc drive it's an attachment to it.
It was an attachment.
Yeah,
It wasn't
so-
its own console.
Yeah. 'Cause if you start looking at attachments, then
Let me look up how many units the Virtual Boy sold. Hang on. Oh, units sold 770,000.
Okay, 777,000. Okay, so the Wii U has 15 million. You said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't even break me. So that means I was one of the like less than 1 million people that had a
Yes.
Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
I feel special.
Congratulations.
That's probably why I hate the color red.
I'm sure all 20 U.S. kids who had a Virtual Boy are now traumatized.
Like anytime I stare at red, I'm just like, it hurts my eyes.
Stare at that vacuum right there.
I don't like it. No.
Make you uncomfortable?
Yeah. Red and black.
That's a Virtual Boy vacuum right there. Congratulations. You're going to have to get a new one.
Well, I got excited when I bought this vacuum. This
You
$60
bought the Virtual Boy vacuum?
No, the Dust Devil or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it's
it's
called.
Virtual Boy.
I got excited. I'm like, oh boy, we got a vacuum. And I'm like, oh no, I'm an adult
You
now.
really are 30. Holy crap.
No, this is last year. when we first moved in.
Still, I mean, you just got excited. I mean, to be fair, last year when I got like a bunch of Amazon gift cards for Christmas, I spent it all on like new pillows and like new bed sheets, and I was just like, all right, this is my life.
We got to do that eventually.
This is my life.
But yeah, I'd say this has probably been an episode.
It's been a productive day.
Yeah.
This is more podcasting the last 45 minutes than we've done in the last 8 months.
Yeah. All right. So on that note,
hey, make sure if you made it this far, hit the like button, leave a comment. All right. Subscribe. Please subscribe.
Listen to wherever podcasts are heard. Hopefully this will be on a podcast feed.
Please subscribe.
Please put this on the podcast feed, my dude.
Yeah, I'll put it on the podcast feed. Don't worry. This is going to be available wherever you listen to your podcast. Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Overcast.
Give us a review
Spotify.
if it's on Apple Music.
Leave us all the 5 stars you can find.
Or not. You know, you can be honest. You give us a 1-star or a 2-star.
And
a 3-star would be nice.
3-star would be nice. I'd take a 5-star, though, if I could. I won't be greedy, though. I won't ask for much. And, of course, look forward to a new Ultimate Gaming episode coming up, hopefully in the next week.
No, nice. Okay.
I'd say. So, and on that note,
we got a bright future ahead of us.
Well, we can hope.
As they say, may your stars sing you to bed.
Thank you all for tuning in. Everything you want, nothing you need. VGX7, we love you.
Goodbye.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.